Some Nigerians seeking asylum in Canada have been advised not to talk down on their country, Nigeria, and if they must travel, they must go with proper documentation. Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri-Erewa, gave the advice when she visited Brampton Shelter in Canada. Details soon. And the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria has promised to clear all hurdles for smooth inflows of diaspora remittances into the Nigerian economy. And Office of Senate Leader creates Directorate of Diaspora Affairs for robust engagements. And of course, do not forget our complimentary segment of Association of Nigerian American Physicians in the Americas, AMPA, and our diaspora of the moment. This is your favorite show, The Diaspora, and I am Khadija Bamali, your anchor. Please stay. Welcome back. Let's begin with Honorable Abike Dabiri-Erewa's visit to Brampton Shelter, where she engaged with Nigerians there seeking asylum.
For the next person planning to do this, it's not worth it. That is my point. It's not worth all the suffering that you're going through. But I pray for you that for those of you there, you get out of here. We saw our lady here having a food bank, see our brothers here helping you. They're helping in immigration. But like he said, stop lying about your country. When you lie about your country, they are documenting it. So as your chairman, I pray for you and I pray you get out of here. I hope that by the time I see you again, you would have gotten what you want and be able to get a job. But I want to tell the others that are planning to come here and seek asylum that it is not worth it. Our country, we have challenges, no doubt, but we can overcome these challenges. There are things you can do that can put you in a better place than where I'm seeing you here. But you're here, I wish you the best. I'm going to put you my prayers.
You will need to endure. Don't have any expectation. The only expectation you should have is God at this point in time. Amen. Your case is in God's hands, all of them, okay? And as much as you can, in the process of trying to get your papers, don't pit Nigeria back.
We've had a good conversation, and it's like, say a word or two.
We thank you for the stuff that you did for us and the main that you're going to be doing for us. We appreciate it, though. Thanks.
The Honorable Abike Dabiri is here. She came to actually take the message to them, speak to them, and give them hope, and encourage them on how to better represent Nigeria, how we can move.
And also, most important is that it's not worth the situation you're in. It's not like things that are tough, but you're not going through this kind of suffering. But thank God for people like Pastor Vivian. I can get bread that has given you this divisions. I can get bread, and there's enough for you for days. And also food bank for Pastor Vivian. For those who have been planning to seek asylum, run away with the wrong visa, it is not worth it.
Midcom Bus was at Grey Matlock Bakery, owned by a Nigerian, Mr. Wale Rabiu, where the popular agege bread is produced.
So here we are, Grey Matlock Bakery, agege bread in Canada. So let's go in and see what's up. Okay.
To spend on your own, my G, on my day on. My G, shulu to spend on your own, my G, on my day on. Kokaye, if you rubbish my talent, no be you I sing for, no be your apartment. I can guess say you stay with your mommy and daddy at 35. Alright. Kokaye, if I know in Grammy, I go still in Grammy. Repete to my poor vitamin C, my two damn C, all for me. Oh, my G, shulu to spend on your own, my G, on my day on. My G, shulu to spend on your own. My G, on my day on. Kokaye, if you get 35 houses, now only one house you go stay at once. And when you die, then go sell all and use the money buy moto. Cash me 1 month. Kokaye, if I step on you, go the next level. Ayo fair, mago. Yellow.
Overwhelmed I'm more than impressed, and I want to congratulate you. Thank you for making us so proud. You know, thank you for your courage, for your determination, for hard work. And look at what you have built over a period of time, 7 years. And you've also employed Nigerians, and you're going to grow and grow and grow to be the biggest in this field. So I'm proud. I'm here. And most important is that you're not just sitting there making money, it's investing back home. You are also investing in people in your country. So let me congratulate you and tell you how proud we are of you. And we look forward to a lot more success stories from your end.
Away from Canada and now back home, the CBN governor, Dr. Olayemi Michael Cardoso, has pledged to look into the high charges on remittances inflow to Nigeria. He stated this when NIDCOM management visited him in the office in Abuja.
Diaspora remittances, we began the conversation years ago when we started Diaspora. On remittance, there were issues of this is how much, but then we know that Nigerians in the diaspora remit the largest for us in sub-Saharan Africa, over $22 billion. And we believe that it can even be more if the encumbrances are removed, and that is the role the CBN can play. Now, we have state diaspora focal offices all over Nigeria now. So in every state, somebody is representing the diaspora. If you're investing in your country, you're coming to invest in a state, not in Abuja. So we're doing that. And so far, they're investing in agriculture, ICT, food business, education, and the health sector. But we're not talking about them. So we are trying to make that conversation, knowing that Nigerians are coming back, and a lot more under this administration. We also try to publicize what we do. We have the Diaspora Day celebrations, July 25, every year. It's been on for 16 years, but we took it up and made it even bigger and better. And we've introduced the Merit Award to it so that they can feel part of what is going on and be honored for what they do. Now, we set up the Diaspora Investment Trust Fund. It hasn't taken off, but it will soon take off. So we hope that the CBN can also partner with us on that regard. Remittances go into personal issues, but it has an impact on the economy. How can the diaspora pull resources together? Imagine 1,000 diaspora put $1,000 together and decide to invest in the economy. It will go a long way. Our medical missions are doing amazing things. We have the Diaspora Market Program for those who want to buy houses. We have quarterly lecture series, and I hope that you'll be a guest on one of those lectures. It's virtual. To just talk to them and let us know what is going on. For instance, they would like to know what CBN is doing, how you're bringing the dollar down. So it's a conversation we'll have subsequently. Of course, a lot of intervention programs, that we do for diasporas in distress and all that. So, but let's go to the challenges. I mean, it's not for you, but we have issues with budgetary restrictions. But the most important thing with the CBN is, number one, let's talk about the remittances that we've been talking about. It can increase if the challenges are removed. How come Nigeria has the highest tax anywhere in the world? We charge the highest in terms of taxes. So this can discourage somebody who wants to just send money home. Why do you have to pay so much in terms of taxes and levies? I think this is something that the central bank can look into. Part of the reasons why we're here is that we want to deepen our relationship with the CBN, because we believe that there are areas of collaboration and areas where we can definitely work with you.
Whether we like it or not, we have so many of our people that are scattered all over the world. And why is it that here we are sitting down here, while many other countries, India for example, we all are, living witnesses to the role that the diasporans have played in turning around the fortunes of India, contributing towards turning over the fortunes, both in terms of material resources and also in terms of brain power, okay? Because your diasporans go out and they expose themselves to all kinds of things. Many get into very strategic positions and they contribute towards the upliftment of their country. I think this is something that there's still some way for our people out there to contribute towards the betterment of Nigeria. I remember when there were issues of displacement and the role that your commission played going out there to ensure that are people at least speaking up for them. And I think that is something that you cannot put a price tag on. So I just want to encourage you to continue in this light. And Nigerians are looking at you, and I am confident that they're all happy with the results that have been coming out to date. You spoke about the concern about tax on remittances, and of course you spoke about the desire to deepen the relationship with the central bank. Well, I would look into the issue of the remittances, because whatever it is that serves as a bottleneck, we will do what we can to ensure that we're able to take it out.
I think we need like a contact person, so that we can relate and then move fast. We are very, very much interested in the diaspora remittances. We can get back to the previous levels and even surpass it. I know Nigerians are one of the most skilled, diaspora workers that you have. If you know what diaspora remittances is doing to the economies of India, like my boss mentioned, to Indonesia, Philippines, they have a very, very large diaspora. In fact, that's what is keeping them afloat. And I know Nigeria's number is far, far higher than that, particularly with respect to the skilled nature of our diaspora, citizens. On that note, I assure you, like my governor said, we support you, and they will come up with areas where we can synergize and make it, worthwhile for both organizations.
Many thanks, Mama Diaspora, for the strategic engagement. And the Office of Senate Leader in the National Assembly has created Directorate of Diaspora Affairs. Enjoy the conversation with the Secretary to NIDCOM, Engineer Dr. Sule Yakubu Basi, and the Director of Directorate of Diaspora Affairs.
Now, when I found myself in the position of this particular position where I have to help, Nigerians in diaspora, it just came to me that one of the critical areas that I want to contribute would be in helping with legislative actions. There are so many frameworks, legal frameworks, that we need. When laws are ratified, even international laws, they are not properly domesticated for the Nigerian environment. And also, they're just laws that are missing or we never fully thought about. So, you see, Nigerians in diaspora, like I said earlier, we're dealing with like two-pronged, situation. We have a situation that we're new in the community. We need to make an impact. We need to be known. And then the other side of things involving the brand name Nigeria. I've had wonderful opportunities in the beginning of my career where the only thing that made me not to progress or proceed further was because of my Nigerian passport. And I have examples. So when I think of that, I think one of the most important areas that I can impact is to help with any form of intervention that we can, make. We can sit down and think about, the various pain points, the nodes in the systems, the areas where there is a dearth or a total lack of the right laws or appropriate laws that can help to support the well-being of Nigerians in the diaspora.
NIDCOM engages with these diverse groups and is still midwifing its strategies.
Yeah.
Because that is the issue. We have a global, an annual global diaspora calendar.
Oh, I attended it, the one in July.
For the year.
Yeah.
And at every season, there is a program going. So
Okay.
you are coming, we'll be sharing these things with you. There are the medical missions, there is the National Diaspora Day, there is the Badagry Day of Return Festival for the historic African diaspora, who now there is a DNA technology that they can trace their roots to their countries of their roots, great-grandparents, up to their local governments. And we've had African Americans, Caribbeans, those from the UK coming to this office and going to their roots in Borno State, in Imo State, in Niger State, and several other, in Oyo State and several other states. Now, our duty here is to engage with whoever that identifies and then see, yes, how we can synergize, like you rightly say, for national development.
And Dr. Arome Salifu, Executive Director, Africa Youth Growth Foundation, has reiterated on the need to create synergy with NIDCOM. Take a listen.
We want to work with you to see that we have a more constructive, way of managing migration, particularly as they live and they desire to reside in certain locations, that we support them in that process, give them appropriate information, give them appropriate education, so they can become useful, residents in those countries where they go. They don't become liabilities, but they become assets, in those countries. The second aspect of working relationship will be to explore, joint proposal, writing submission for possible public-private, project design and implementation. From the current best practices, proposals remain an alternative sources of raising funds even for governments. And I know that from our informal conversations, resource mobilization from the government side has been a major challenge, to the Commission. And so we are here to offer ourselves, our expertise, to help develop proposals where possible for the Commission, jointly with the Commission, to be able to serve as additional resources and opportunity to whatever government has been given to the Commission. And then the third aspect is the fact that as an organization, we currently expanding our presence to some Western countries, particularly in regard to the efficient management of migration process from the citizens' point of view and from the human rights approach, that we're able to also be present in the welfare, safety, dignity of Nigerians living outside, Nigeria.
You are not very new to us in NIDCOM. Personally, we go back 20 years or more with you. But your organization also, I need to put it on record, that you are there as one of the team that worked on developing the national diaspora policy that was finally adopted by the Federal Executive Council in April 2021. And as of today, sir, let me tell you that it's only Nigeria in Africa that has a national diaspora policy. And courtesy to your own contributions in that committee that worked for over 2 years to get that policy drafted. And that's the policy that has been driving our activities in the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. We are set up primarily by law of the Parliament to engage with the over 17 million Nigerians that are in the diaspora. The figure is much, much higher than 17 million with the recent JAPA phenomena that has come up. In that policy, sir, we have the 3 E's. One, we engage with the diaspora by locating who they are, their skill sets, and what they have. We empower them by getting them to know what development areas they can engage in national development back at home in Nigeria. We also make sure that while they are out there, they do not forget home, because home is home. Whatever excellence they have in terms of resources, in terms of talents, in terms of skills, and in terms of global exposure, we need this for national development in Nigeria. Of the 17 million, I'm sure about 2 million of them have heeded to our calls and are doing well in engaging with Nigeria, either as individuals, as small groups, or as big groups. We don't restrict our engagement. We make sure we advocate for them to participate in the development of Nigeria.
Let's take a short break and keep watching The Diaspora. Welcome back. Now, our health segment with AMPA Doctor.
I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about health and wellness. Health and wellness is also performed by identifying and treating disease, but also by promoting health by healthy practices that you can perform on your own as an individual without necessarily going to see your physician. These include, number one, maintaining a healthy weight. A healthy weight, as calculated by your body mass index, is your weight in relation to your height. For instance, somebody who is 6 feet should or could weigh the same as somebody who is 5 feet if that person is overweight. So for every weight, there's an expectation where your weight should be that is a healthy calculated weight. And this is determined by the chart, which also could be determined by an app. A healthy weight is usually a body mass index under 30. Between 26 and 29 is ideal. And as you go further along the chart, you're noted to be overweight, obese, and or at a higher spectrum of abnormal. It's important to be able to maintain your body mass index right at a healthy weight and also not be at a lower weight, which is also not noted to be healthy. To do this, it's important, number two, to maintain a healthy diet. It's important to understand that your diet is made up of different types of food, including carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And to be able to have a healthy diet, it's important to balance the different kinds of foods in proportion. For instance, don't have a food that is heavy on carbohydrates, such as rice, cassava, yam flour, swallowed food, fufu, semovita. Instead, try and balance that out with a heavier portion of protein, such as fish, beans, lentils, all different kinds of beans, meats, but meat in moderation, because these are less likely to be associated with you gaining weight.
Now to our diaspora of the moment, with Shalewa Ajila presenting.
Our diaspora of the moment is Okoro Uzutechukwu Benjamin. Okoro hails from Ajali, Orumba North Local Government Area, Anambra State. After getting 8 A's in his WAEC in 2017, Okoro got a federal government scholarship to study at Voronezh University, Russia. He made a great use of the opportunity as he was giving and completed his degree with a first class. The 25-year-old Anambra graduate bagged a first class in pharmacy at Voronezh State University, Russia, with a cumulative grade point average of 4.65, making him the first Nigerian to achieve this feat in the history of the faculty. Congratulations, Okoro. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
That has been the diaspora for this week. Don't fail to stick around next week for a bumper. I remain your anchor, Khadija Domini. Stay positive.